Welcome to Flutter Teacher. In this video, we will learn while loop and do while loop in the Dart. So without wasting time, let's get started. While loop is entry control loop. It means the body of loop will execute only and only when the condition is true. If your condition is false, you will be simply thrown out of the loop. This is the syntax of while loop. Here we have to write while keyword, and within the pair of brackets we have to specify a condition. Condition must be in the form of boolean, that is, it should result either true or false, otherwise you will get an error. Within the pair of curly bracket we have to specify body of loop. A body of loop is actually the statement that you want to run inside the loop again and again repeatedly. This is how the flowchart of while loop looks. You can see we have a test condition here. When the condition is true, then the body of loop will execute, and after executing body, you can see it will never go down. Instead, it goes up, and again it will check the condition. And if your condition is true, once again body of loop will execute. After executing body of loop, once again it will go to upside, it will check the condition, and if it is true, then again body of loop will execute. So this process will continue as long as condition is true. But when your condition becomes false, it will simply stop the execution of loop and jumps out of the loop body. This is a simple example program that prints the number from 1 to 10 using a while loop. For this, I have created a variable I here with the value of 1. So as I want to start from 1, I have created this variable I with the value 1. Then I have written while loop here. Inside the while loop, I have a condition I less than equals to 10 because I want to go up to the 10. Then I'm printing the value of I, and every time I'm incrementing the value of I by 1 so that I will get output 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. And when I run this program, you can see over the console I will get the output from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. For those who don't know how actually while loop works, I will explain a simple example here. And if you really know exact working of while loop, you can skip this part and move ahead. You can see I have variable I with value 1 here. That's the reason initially the value of I would be 1 here, and we have a while loop here. As I told you, while loop is entry control loop. So first of all, it will check the condition, that is the value of I is less than equals to 3. Now in this case the value of I is 1, so obviously it's less than 3, so it will directly jump in the body of loop, and inside this body I'm printing the value of I using a print function. So it will print the value of I, and that is 1 here, so I will get 1 on the output. Then I have a statement I++, which obviously increases the value of I by 1. So the value of I is now 2 here. And as I told you, the loop won't goes in downside, it actually goes upside for checking the condition. So it will again go at the top, and it will check the condition whether this I less than equals to 3. Now in this time, value of I is 2 and 2 is less than 3. This condition is true. Again it will jump in the body of loop, and here I have a print function that will print the value of I, and at this time the value of I is 2, so it will print 2 on the screen. Then we have I++ that increases the value of I by 1, so the value of I will change from 2 to 3, and again it will go on upside, and it will check the condition I less than equals to 3, and now in this case the value of I is 3, but obviously 3 is less than 3, condition is true. Then it will jump in the body of loop, and inside the body again I'm printing the value of I, that is 3 here. So on my console I will get out 3, and now I have I++ here. Obviously this increases the value of I by 1, so it becomes 4, and again it will go on the upside to check the condition. Now in this time you can see it will check whether I is less than equals to 3. Now in this case the value of I is 4, so my condition becomes I is less than equals to 3, that is the 4 is less than equals to 3, and obviously this condition is false because 4 is not less than 3. So in this case it won't jump in the body of loop, instead it will jump out of the loop body, and the execution of loop stops here. Do while loop is exit control loop. It means in this loop condition won't be checked at the beginning, instead condition will be checked at the end of the loop. So in this case directly entry is made inside the loop and the body of loop will execute, and at the end we have a condition, and based on that condition it will decide the execution of loop. So do while loop is mostly recommended in the situation where we want that the body of loop should execute at least once whether your condition is false or true. This is what the syntax of do while loop is. We need to use two different keywords, do and while here. And first of all, you have to specify do. Then within pair of curly bracket, we specify the body of loop, that is statements inside the loop. And you can see the condition is specified not at the beginning, it is specified at the end using the while. And within parentheses, we need to specify condition. Condition must be in the form of Boolean expression, that is, it should be a true or false. And make sure to add a semicolon at the end of your condition. This is the basic flowchart of do while loop. You can see, first of all, body of loop will execute, and after executing body of loop, the condition will be checked. And when condition is true, then again the body of loop will execute. After executing body of loop, once again condition will be checked, and when condition is true, then again body of loop will execute. So this process of executing body of loop and checking the condition will go on repeating as long as your condition is true. And once your condition becomes false, then it will jump out of the loop body. Just look at this example program to print the numbers from 1 to 5 using the do while loop. For this, I have variable I with value 1 because I want to start from the 1. Then this is the do keyword I specified, and this opening curly bracket to closing curly bracket specifies the body of loop that contains two statements. Simply print the value of I and increase the value of I by 1. Inside the condition, I'm writing a while, and I'm specifying condition that the value of I should be less than equals to 5. So as long as the value of I is less than 5, this loop will continue. And when I click on run button, you can see I will get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the screen. For those who are the absolute beginners and they don't know how exactly do while loop works, so for them I'm explaining the working of do while loop just to print the numbers from 1 to 3. And those who really know how actually do while loop works, you can simply skip this part and go for the next one. This is simply an example where I'm printing the numbers from 1 to 3 using the do while loop. So I'm starting from I with the value 1. So that's the reason I will have variable I, the value 1 initially. Then I have a do keyword. So directly entry is made in the loop, and initially I have the statement print to print the value of I in the body of loop. So that will print the value of I, that is 1, on the screen. Then we have statement I++, which obviously increases the value of I by 1. So value of I becomes 2. Then you can see at the bottom we have while, and it checks a condition whether I is less than equals to 3. So in this case, value of I is 2 and this 2 is less than 3. That's the reason it will go up and it will make the jump in the body of loop. Then it will again print the value of I using the print statement. So it will print the value of I 2. Then we have I++ that increases the value of I by 1. So from 2, the value of I should change to 3. And it will again check the condition while I is less than equals to 3. Now in this case, the value of I is 3. So 3 is less than equals to 3. Condition is true. Then again, it will go up and jump in the body of loop. And as a body of loop, it will print the value of I using print functions. So I will get output 3 on the screen. Then it will go for I++. Now in this time, you can see the value of I will change from 3 to 4, obviously by 1. And it will go for checking the condition, that is I less than equals to 3. In this case, the value of I is 4 and we have condition 4 less than equals to 3, which is obviously the false condition, and due to this, the loop execution will stop and control jumps out of the loop. That's it for this video. See you guys in the next video where we'll talk about for, foring and for each loop. If you really like the way I'm explaining the concept, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel and hit the bell notification button to get my latest videos.